Can we say lights, camera, action now?
You certainly can.
I feel like we're at that stage now, and I'm quite happy about it.
Looks good.
They're actually really bright, and I don't think I'll be like looking into them again. Very good. No, I am excited to be here. We're actually on location for the first time, and Benny has been good enough to get us some lights. It is dropping in, and Matt was quite concerned about where we are with the down lights that he had. So hopefully this is looking a lot better than our usual production. But welcome to everybody to, this is episode Lucky 13, I believe it is.
Ooh.
So we're on location. We've got lights, we've got cameras, and we've slightly evolved a little bit. So we are absolutely thrilled to be somewhere outside of my top living room. And we have an absolute ripper character for episode number 13 today. Maddie is the owner of Good Things Concept Store here in Newtown. Ripper bloke. I've been coming in seeing him as, I like to say, he's my personal stylist.
I'll take that. That's good. Tick.
You're only saying that because you dress me. You know that
No, that's good. We're already here. Good start.
Maddie's a ripper fellow, and we share so much in common. And I actually think that the basis of the friendship really started from me just coming in and buying clothes, and then it's just I come in, I drop in, I say hello, we talk about everything. As I said, we've got so much in common that we will work into the conversation anyway.
Yes,
Matt.
I'm looking forward to some of that stuff we have in common.
I have some count-ins from like top fives of yours.
Okay, great.
That I'll read out some blind ratings later on.
All right.
We won't go with a writing story today. So to anybody that's a favourite segment. Sorry, we're not doing one of those today. But hopefully we've got some good stories from Matty and his adventures along the way, because he's been everywhere. He's done a lot of different things throughout his time in Geelong. He is a Geelong boy.
Born and bred.
Born and bred. He's a Geelong College boy as well.
I am.
He is.
I am.
Big smile.
No, I am.
Smile.
I don't know why I laughed at that, but yes. Go on, yeah.
But he is very in touch with the community. He is in the heart of Newtown here, where his shop is.
Yep.
We had some polling questions probably 2 weeks ago from Instagram about going down the route of businesses and what people really want to find out about businesses.
Yep.
And we've got some questions that have sort of come in from that people like, if anybody's ever thinking of opening a business, what they need to think about and all that sort of stuff as well. So there's going to be a few different things that get thrown in there, maybe towards the end. Cool.
Just an aside, I looked up your business on Google trying to see if we could dig into some negative reviews or anything.
No.
All 5-star reviews. So.
Touch wood, it stays like that. But yes, it's nice to see 5 stars on it. Yeah.
They've gone missing.
Yeah. Somehow I've worked out how to get rid of them. No. No.
I think
you left one.
A negative one.
No, positive one. You're on there.
I would have absolutely.
There's a good range. I don't know how many there were, but there's a few good ones on there, which is nice.
Do you ever interact with people and say, "Hey, do you mind leaving a 5-star
No,
review?"
I do not.
Yeah,
I actually don't. No, that's a great one.
That's very your mantra.
No. I'll just it's organic.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because you see a lot of businesses out there that will actually say, "Leave a 5-star review, you'll get 5 or 10% off the next time you shop with us," or something like that. How big of a role do you think that plays within a local organic business to have a really good online presence as far as that Google reviews and then maybe the Instagram in the background?
Yeah, so we're probably a little bit different. We don't have a we have a website that has gift cards on it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any product on there. So in terms of like online presence, it's literally Instagram. Yeah. Facebook, I think, still linked up. It's mainly Instagram, and then word of mouth, like the opposite, bricks and mortar, the street beat, like people coming in, talking, referring, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So the Google reviews are great, but it's literally people talking and saying, go see Matt, do this, do that. Actually, my brother-in-law found us on Reddit that someone said, I'm looking for men's jeans, and someone referred us on that Reddit for it, yeah? Which was great to see, yeah? So, and he said, go see Matt, he's a legend, which was great, yeah? So things like that are probably more us than everything else, I suppose. We're very different.
The word of mouth, like me being a small business owner as well, word of mouth is the most important form of marketing that anybody can have as a small local business. That's anybody
in
always
Geelong,
says,
especially.
Like, how do we set up a business? Like, what's the best thing to be able to do to create new clients?
Yeah.
And I would say personally that the number one thing that goes off is start your reach with family and friends and ask people for help.
Yep.
Ask people for referrals. Ask people that if they know anybody, do they need a hand? And I know that you've said before, you know, if I've got family members that come in and see you, they might not come in as much as what I see you.
We won't talk about, yeah.
but they still come in,
Yeah.
and ask for stuff. And I believe that is the best foundation. Me being a mortgage broker is that if you have family and friends, or if there's anybody that I can help,
Yep.
please let me know. The marketing and that strategy of getting number one on Google is probably can be a good thing if someone's looking at
Yeah.
men's shops.
I mean, yeah, you can go down that rabbit hole of spending a lot of money on Google and trying to get those search engine results. Obviously, we're different. We don't do that because we don't have the online website. Yeah. So if we had the website with the product on it, then obviously that's a whole nother thing that we'd go down and do. Yeah. We very much rely on you telling your brother, your best mate, whatever, go see Matt. And the best thing is come see us first. See what we got. If we don't have it, we don't have it. Yeah. Come try us first. That's the main thing in here. Like, give us a go. We know we're competing against online. We're competing against Westfield and Melbourne. Yeah, that's probably the three things we compete against. So, yeah, word of mouth's huge.
What do you think that sets you out to be the difference?
In here,
Yep.
Customer service. We're not in sales. We're in customer service. Yeah, the best thing is helping any bloke that comes in, or the wife comes in, or the girlfriend, whatever it is, helping them find the right thing and making sure they're happy. Yeah. We're not, the sale comes like that's the natural thing. That's the end thing, but it's the customer service leading up, finding the right thing, finding the right clothes, whatever size and everything. It's the whole, once you enter and once you enter, it's, you got my full attention and getting it all done. Yeah. And it's me all the time. And then obviously Lulu and Belle on the weekends. But I'm here 6 days a week to make sure that it's perfect. Yeah.
When do you have a day off?
Sunday and half a day Monday. That's it. I come in half a day Monday still from about 12:30 till 4. And Sunday is my full day off unless it's December, and then I'm here pretty much every day December.
And you actually are here pretty much every day in December.
I am.
Yeah.
We got different hours, obviously like 10:30 till 4 allows me to have those sort of family times in the morning and that relaxed time wherever I can. But yeah, 6 days a week is the main thing in here.
What was the exact moment that you thought that I'm going to open a clothing store?
I've grown up in retail. Family business is women's wear, which has been going for close to, what am I, 38? All of 38 years. Yeah. So our women's store around the front is my family business.
What's that one?
Collections Concept Store. Yeah.
And that's Mum.
That's Mum. Mum's been doing that for 38 years, as long as I've been alive. She had a store in Geelong West to start. When I was born, Dad said, why don't you open a clothing store? And away they went. And then they opened up Collections. They had both at the same time. I would have been maybe, I would have been probably 15, 16, maybe around there when they opened both of them. And then sold that, stuck to here, like this end of town.
Not everyone's going to know exactly where we are right now.
We're looking at the Chilwell Primary School straight out here. We're on Fairview Avenue. Packington Street's just there. Uptown, the cafe is across the road. We're at the pretty much the highest point of Packington Street in Newtown before it starts getting into
hilly
residential, and then it obviously kicks into Geelong West, yeah, and then everything else is the other way. So yeah, grew up in women's wear, well, women's retail. So I've always
dresses is what you're trying to say. Grew up in the
grew
dresses.
up sitting out the back waiting for Mum to finish work. That's literally what it was. After school, I'd walk down, sit out the back, wait till she was done. Yeah. So I always had a passion for clothing. It was always in the background. And then obviously went and did a whole bunch of other things, which I can get into now, or we can, if you've got it for later. But I've done a lot of stuff before I even got to this point.
I want to talk about the passion for the clothing.
Yes.
Because you're a well-dressed man and you dress
Yeah.
other men well.
I hope so. Yeah.
Where does the passion really sit as far as men's clothing though? Because obviously the mum grew up. Where do you get your inspiration and the passion from?
I used to love just buying t-shirts. Probably comes from me being enjoying shopping. Used to love shopping. Used to go wherever in town. Used to go to Navajo when she was down there. Sally was down there.
That was sad when they closed.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a reason that closed, and then it opened the door for us. Yeah. I used to love buying t-shirts. I used to love doing that. Obviously, I did Dead Presidents Society and then created that. I enjoy.
What is Dead Presidents Society?
It was, or kind of still around. It's kind of lingering. It's not doing anything.
Yep.
It was a men's streetwear brand.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
You know that one? Yeah.
Pretty sure I have.
Yeah.
Some
Tall
stuff like-
tees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall
Tall tees
tees,
back in the
graphic
day.
prints,
There you go.
black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. So, passion from fashion just, I guess, came from just living in it. Big American influence. I always said the whole enjoying everything that's going on sport-wise in America and following that, everything about that sort of, you see a lot of fashion, as you know, when you follow any of that sport over there.
You have got Russell Westbrook, not
Clothing brand.
personally in the store.
Yep, just over
His
there.
clothing brand
Yep.
is in here.
Yep, and I got a box coming. It should be the next couple
Honor
of
the
days.
Gift
Yep.
is a great brand for
Yep.
anybody that knows the NBA.
Does really well.
Russ.
But yeah, just growing up in all that, and then just the t-shirt thing, obviously finding that gap in the market at the time, thinking a t-shirt brand was the way to go. And then that sort of taught me a lot and learnt about what sort of works and what doesn't work. And then, you know, where the t-shirts were stocked, I could see what those stores were stocking. And then it's just a forever, like, you know, knowledge. You're just putting heaps in
It's
your
ever
mind.
evolving. You can
It
never,
just
you can
doesn't
never
stop,
know.
yeah. And then again, social media kicks off, and you know, Instagram, and you're just seeing so much. There's just so much out there that everyone has a style and know what they want to do. They've all got their thing, yeah.
Do they though?
They do. In their mind, you guys put stuff on, and they know straight away if they like it or not. Yeah.
I reckon you could talk me into wearing it.
Nah, but
I'm that mold. I am that moldable at times. We were sitting down before, and Benny was just like, "I'm just hanging around so I can
But that's-
change your personality."
that's my job. That's my job. So you know, you're. It's more. I'll know straight away if you like something. But if you're on the fence, I guess that's for me to help push you into the right thing. And it's about changing your comfort zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's a good.
That-
That's a good way.
a lot
to
of
put it.
guys, but you can tell straight away when guys don't like something. It's like, that's cool. I'm not going to push you into that and just well out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
On the fence, you can tell. Yeah. So, that everyone's got their thing. It's just figuring
Is
it out.
that customer service, that sales that you've worked in before, that you've been able to pick up that skill to understand that someone, when they're on the edge,
Yeah.
and it is like it just isn't me, but it looks good. Like,
I think I like I said, that's all customer service. Yeah. The sales things, it's there. It's probably just a natural gift. I think it is. Yeah. And working in other sales previous to this, I probably picked up a few things off that. Definitely though, the customer service things, the biggest is just making sure they're comfortable. Yeah.
so the name then,
Yeah. Good things.
good things.
Yeah.
Was that like a name that was always from the start, or was it like an aha moment, like, well, we're just gonna have good things in there, or
Yeah.
was it just a name that just stuck?
What was that? We were on a family holiday in Hong Kong, and I was sitting there, and my wife and I were just sitting, and was like, okay, we're going to do it. Yeah. And then from there, I go and I get notes in my phone, and I just write down all these names and things I see. The list would have been 30, 40 names. I don't know if I've still got that list, but it would have been a lot on there. And then what I do is I pictured that name on a t-shirt. Yeah. How it look on branding. Yep. Like your hoodie.
Can you say that, Benny?
Like
Straight
the
down
hat.
line?
Yeah. And I'm like, cool. If it looks good on a t-shirt, it's going to look good on a banner out the front, or on a board out the front. And then how does it flow on from there? And then obviously Good Things had a lot of ring to it. You know, there's good things in here and stuff like that. So it felt right. It wasn't too left of center. It wasn't too quirky either. It was just yeah.
It was
did the right
brandable.
thing.
by
It was
sound.
brandable.
It was
Yeah.
brandable.
Yeah. And like I said, it was like, it felt to me right. Yeah. I can't even remember the other names. I'm sure there was some like other ones on there.
If something comes to you at any point in the next 45 to 50 minutes, just stop what we're doing and be
Blurt
like,
it out.
hey, I've got one of the names.
I don't know. I can't
I'm
remember.
keen to hear any of
There would
them.
have been definitely, like, I know I've always wanted to do a reference around Back to the Future in some way.
Yeah.
McFly or something like that. I know that was definitely one of them. Because
McFly is a great.
I was
brand.
a big Back to the
That's
Future
fair
guy.
enough.
So
Yeah.
I was like, there was something
Did I
around
tell
that.
you that I went-
Zemeckis.
Hey?
Zemeckis.
Yep, there you go.
Great
Bob,
last
yeah.
name rings off the tongue.
Yeah. It would have been that. I know that was one of them off the top of my head. But obviously landed on Good Things. And it was,
McFly.
yeah, McFly's or something. But again, I would have seen Good Things somewhere. I would have seen it on a poster somewhere. I would have seen it maybe on a t-shirt on my travels or something like
Probably
that.
in Hong Kong, like
I would
this
have seen, or I would have seen it written
rip-off-
down.
Rip-off t-shirt,
Yep.
like
Yep,
store.
down the
and it was
mark.
like,
Yeah.
Good things
Yep.
only store.
Yep.
Good
And there's the
t-shirt.
music
Yeah,
festival
yeah.
as well.
Hey,
There's the music festival as well.
that was I didn't know about that until we did. I literally, we were in Melbourne going to a showing to do an appointment for a brand before we opened. Go see the clothes before we like order them to come to the store when we open. And I literally saw that flyer on the brick wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I'm like,
Yeah.
Good Things Festival. What is this? I didn't even know about it. So
Yeah.
obviously then I Googled it. I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. Like I'm in
Yeah.
Geelong. We're Good Things concept store anyway, legally. So like there's no issues.
Were
you got to register your business name. Yeah. But we go by Good Things.
Were
Yeah.
you pissed off at that stage?
No, I was like, I'm so into it. Like this is the brand. I already had the artwork getting done, social media stuff getting done. I'm like, no, this is fine. Like whatever.
But there was a serious panic.
There was. I was like
Yeah.
looking at him like, do I have to? Do I do anything here? I'm like, no, we're sticking to it.
Did you have to contact them at all?
No. It's we're Good Things
Because
concept
there's
store.
concept store at the end.
That's it. Yeah.
And
like
I think they're that Good Things is just a subsidiary of another like
Yeah.
events thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the label of the event.
Yeah, of course.
so. I mean, look. Yeah, we're Good Things concept store. We know we're Good Things. Like as in people refer to us as that. So
Yeah.
yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
what do you, well,
But-
if somebody doesn't know that I'm going to see Matt,
Yeah.
it's like I'm
Or
going
come
down to
see
Good
Matt.
Things,
Yeah. Go see that menswear store. Like we're here.
Matt's menswear.
Yeah, Matt's menswear. Yeah,
Good.
definitely didn't have that.
Good.
Definitely didn't have that. That was not on the list. Yeah, that was definitely not there.
That's an op shop now.
Yeah. It's like like a 70s name. Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
everyone would
yeah.
name their business after themselves. Yeah, yeah, that's so
I
true.
think there's a couple of businesses.
There would still be
Yeah,
100%. If it's some in town, old signage in town, they'll 100% be there named after
Yeah.
like Rob's dry cleaning service. Like that's like literally.
I've got
yeah.
a good friend of mine, and he's an absolute ripper, and he owns a jewelry service in Geelong.
There you
And
go.
I love him, but he's also.
Oh,
in his
know which
50s.
one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he's got a jewelry store, and he's named it after himself.
Yep.
But
That's
for some reason, it works for an Italian. Like
yeah.
it's,
That's exactly
for an
right.
Italian jeweler. It
Yep.
works.
No,
it works hard.
You know,
but-
jewelers. That's probably a main one. I reckon most of them are named after themselves. Or
Italian jeweler. We're getting
Fam-
into mafia territory.
family last names. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's very popular. So yeah, very good.
Why was Newtown so important for location for you? Is it just because Mum was here?
This shop
Or-
was empty, so it was like we'll just like this is perfect. Yeah. Close by
Was
that.
there a scout of location at all before entering here?
No, I always wanted this end. I thought it was missing. There was nothing down here. I never wanted town. I never wanted to sort of do anything near chain stores, like anything in Westfield. I wanted to stay away from it. I always liked the whole idea of the burbs and something in the suburbs. Yeah, like when you go to Melbourne, again, all the boutiques are in the suburbs.
They're not
Yeah.
they're not in the CBD.
There's some, obviously, we know of some that are definitely in the CBDs. Those stores are now big. They're not small boutique stores.
Yep.
They've got stores in Sydney and Perth and Brisbane. But the small niche boutique stores are definitely like in your suburbs, tucked away.
Support your local. Like,
That is it. Yeah.
Would you want to, like, let's say if you did open up in a CBD and you got like massive, would you want that, or would you want
No.
more this kind of like family
I'm cool with
mum and
this.
pop store kind of thing? Because
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
100% cool with this, and I've always said I can't be in two places at once. I strive on making sure, and this is back to me being here 6 days, and same with Mum next door. We're always here. People know to come to see us. Yeah, come to see me, or even if the girls are here, I'm still here. It's just a personal service. Yeah, they're so used to it. They know they can trust us. They know we'll give them the right stuff, the feedback, the right things. We'll send them home with the right stuff. Yeah, and if there's anything wrong, we can fix it straight away. Yeah, there's no, let me do this. Let me contact whoever. It's like, no, we'll just fix it.
it's all right here.
I'll give you the answer straight away. Even if it's something like how to go with a faulty jumper, I was like, just give me a week. I'll get it sorted. Got it sorted. Like that is it. Yeah, I'm giving him the answer as an owner straight away. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't, like I said, I can't be in two places at once. Yeah, and that's why we make this so special. Yeah,
I like
it can take away from it sometimes. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like
definitely can. Yeah,
I think that where you really find a niche though is not only customer service, but you're also not fast fashion.
fast fashion.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah, you're not fast fashion.
No.
So it's not I feel like we can edit this out anyway, but it's not cheap stuff at the same time. So
No.
you're not expecting people to come in and just grab like 5 t-shirts or the one thing or
It's
like when
quality
you-
over quantity.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
We've got a price range and everything everything that we do in the store is definitely targeted at making sure we can cater to a lot of people in different price brackets. Definitely, we're not on the cheaper side, but there's stuff that does sort of get close to it. But yes, quality is the main thing. All our brands are quality. If it's not here anymore. It's gone. We've moved on from it. Anything we've got now is obviously what we're focusing on.
I think a really good example of that recently is a brand. We're not going to mention any brands in this.
That's
I mean
fine.
that we can if you're comfortable.
No.
With it, but there was a brand, a Melbourne brand, and I was being really into it. But something that you sort of brought to my attention that why a jumper can be so fluffy and how it gives that really soft touch and that soft feel is that it's a certain fabric. It's poly.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how unbreathable and pretty much like not good for you it is to wear that sort of stuff on a regular basis.
I mean, look, there's a lot of, poly cotton stuff or poly or whatever. It's like, there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of brands do it. We just prefer the more cotton-based stuff. Yeah. Feels nicer, washes better. Yeah. But again, some people will tell you the opposite, that poly's better. Like, it's just, our preference is cotton. Yeah. And other fabrics. But yeah, we found like in that just didn't feel right compared to other stuff we had. Yeah. I mean, one big brand that we have is pretty much all cotton, and it's a massive brand.
You can name that brand.
Carhartt. Yeah. It does very well. Yeah. We've had it we've been here for 7 years in October. We've had it all of 6.5 years.
Is that your number one seller?
I wouldn't say like number one seller. It's like up there. Everything sells in a different way, but it's very popular. It definitely does set us differently from other things and brings people in. And
there's not a whole heap of stores in Geelong that stock Carhartt.
No, it's the chain stores.
Yeah, the premium Carhartt stuff anyway, like the good pieces that are in there. Like you might go into some of your chain stores in town, and they'll have some pieces.
They'll have a rack and it'll have 6 styles, we'll say, and then that 6 styles they'll have all the sizes and 2 of each size. So that rack is full of only 6 styles, but we'll have maybe 10 or 15 styles, lower quantity, but you got more of a range. And obviously we pick through the lookbooks are generally like this thick, like they are like 200 pages of things to pick from, different colors of everything. It takes you have all about generally a week to do the order, and it is like the most time consuming order to do. Obviously it's worth it because it's great fun looking at it. It's a year in advance as well, so you're buying. We just finished like this time next year. Yeah. So we just did the order.
How do you decide what makes the cut and what doesn't make the cut?
You go by their recommendations. So we're ordering off a lookbook. So we're looking off a PDF.
Right.
Yeah. I can make the trip to Sydney and go see some stock, but time constraints, kids, family, all that stuff doesn't. And a lot of businesses will. A lot of clothing stores do like venture off and fly to Sydney and go see all that, yeah. But obviously we're very busy, and my life's very busy, so we do it off PDF. And but we take the guide, like the guy there at Carhartt. I speak to him on the phone. I say, "What do you think? What are we doing?" He gives me all the feedback. Go with this. Go with shorts. Stick to the denim, like, and you put trust in them.
If at any stage that you want me to go and have a look at a few Carhartt things in Sydney,
send you up to Sydney.
Just send me up to Sydney. I'll fly up on
You'd be very good. Hopefully,
I'll stay up there for the
we're
weekend.
hoping next year we start getting into it. The kids being a little bit older, we'll start doing a bit more of that, which will be fun. I grew up doing that as a only child. I got to go to all the showings in Sydney. I got to go
because it was too much of a pain in the ass to leave you at home. That's
correct.
Why.
Not leaving my grandparents. Yeah.
As a kid, it would have been pretty boring, but now you'd be like, "Fuck, I wish I could just go back."
It was great. Went to travel to Sydney. Again, this was I was sitting in showrooms, and this is everything I did as a kid and sat there. I'm doing now. Yeah. Traveled overseas. Hong Kong was a big one at the time as well. But anyway, so yeah, the lookbooks come in. We have to pick. We trust the brand. They've got the right styles. They know what's going on. Then we pick what we actually like as well, though. Yeah. So their recommendations, but versus they might say like a hot pink t-shirt's in, but we might not want to do a hot pink t-shirt. We might do the other color. And
different demographic.
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, look, I've got hot pink t-shirts.
I mean, there's literally memes of the Newtown mum and dad fit. So like you do have to cater for the audience.
I'm very happy to say that I shop at a place that doesn't sell puffers. In that description.
We do Patagonia, but we don't do the other ones. Yeah.
I don't have to name names.
No, we really focus on what works for us as well, safe but edgy. Like we want to make sure it caters to 18-year-olds, 28-year-olds, 38-year-olds, 48-year-olds, 58-year-olds.
But still no Kathmandu.
Still not coming. Patagonia does really well, but yeah.
Patagonia's good.
So, but yes, we very age brackets like you, me, dads, older guys as well. Yeah, very important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like we opened the store and we were probably a little bit young when we opened.
How so?
Stock. Just we probably
The kind of like stuff that you have.
probably focused too much on the 30 and under.
Yeah.
What would be the stock differences when you say?
I
you had the
honestly,
stock?
it's almost like I erased them from my memory because
Bad
it was just
memories
like
gone.
kind of it was just like
Kiss
okay.
Chasey.
Yeah, no, not even. What did we do? We did. No, I can't. I don't want to name names. Yeah,
No, you
don't want
can.
to. No, because like
it's
everyone's
not
really
here
nice. No, no, we did certain things that just like you know what we move away from it. And then we moved into
Certain cuts, like you obviously
Hmm.
wouldn't have done Scoop Next like it was 2010.
no,
but-
nothing. It wasn't styles. It was just like brands that kind of, you know, were too young at the time for
Yep.
us. Yeah, and then it was like cool. We'll move out of them, move into a little bit older, young dads. Yeah, that 30 to 40 bracket is very popular for us. Yeah, but then we sort of still had elements of the younger stuff, which we do now. Yeah, so now we're sort of hovering around like the bell curve is probably around that 30, give or take 35, if you want to say like that. And we still cater to the young and the old. But when we opened, it was probably on the younger side, and you probably deterred older guys, and they're like, "Oh, it's probably too young guys." Yeah. Now it's obviously changed. heaps.
How long did it take to learn that lesson? And obviously, you would have had a lot of stock right at the start.
Oh, we actually opened pretty thin.
Okay.
Yeah. So because it's very
Smarter
hard.
than me.
Yeah. No, it's
Look-
very hard to get brands being new. Yeah. Carhartt we had when we were 6 months in. We hit them up when we opened, and we said, "Oh, we got this new menswear." They're like, "Cool, come back into us in 6 months."
If you're still open, we'll send some stuff to you.
Yeah. And then you apply and all that sort of stuff, and you
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some brands we were fortunate enough that we got the women's that we could grab them. Other brands I had relationships with from Dead President Society or previous jobs.
Yep.
So that was easy.
You sold some DPS stuff here in the back.
I did. Yep.
Back for a
I've still
little
got a few boxes of it,
Yep.
but it's definitely like
Gets drip fed out.
yes. And I've the only reason I probably stopped it is because obviously style changed.
Mhm.
It still probably has a place somewhere
Mhm.
for some guys, but I need to focus all my energy into the store and the store's brands because the brands do really well for us.
Yeah. cool.
Yeah. And then our own brand as well.
That is a very unique look because normally anybody that would make something and make a piece of, I'm going to call it art,
Yeah.
that would make a bit of art would really push their own art before they push other things.
Yeah. Well, we did though. Like there was like 20 stockists at one stage for DPS and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And we had a lot of stock and we ordered too much stock. Like we'd learned a lot from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the store opened, it was like, okay, I'm just going to focus on the store because the brands are doing all the work as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So going back to that, that's an absolutely fascinating sort of part to your growing up within the industry as well.
Yeah.
That you had your own clothing brand, and as you said, you had 20 different locations that had stock.
Yep. It would have been something like that. Yep.
How did you come up with the idea of Dead President Society, and when did it really start to fade away? So a two-sided question.
Yeah, cool. I was DJing at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought, why not do a t-shirt brand that I can get all the DJs to wear? Because I have so much access to all the big DJs in Australia. Which made sense, yeah? So we made the t-shirts. Tall tees were definitely in.
Tall tees were in at that stage.
Fantastic. We used AS Colour. We rebranded the necks, did all that. Screen printed locally in Geelong. They were great. And then Stockist, the Navajo was our first one. And then from there it built to skate stores in Melbourne, rural Victoria, Perth, Sydney, all sorts of places, yeah?
It's very much like it, although that you say that DPS or Dead President Society is a men's streetwear brand. To me, it always looked like a skate brand.
Yeah, it
They're-
was in skate store in
Yeah.
Chapel Street. There was a store of
That sort
Volve,
of
I think. Yeah.
counterculture sort of look to it.
Yep. So it did great for us. It did really well. I was very happy with it. Yeah. And again, because I was DJing, I had all the DJs around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone Will Sparks, Timmy Trumpet, all those guys that were relevant, and they're still relevant now. Yeah, they were huge at the time as well. Yeah, they were upcoming, I should say.
They were massive at the
Yeah,
time.
the Will was coming through. Timmy was already big.
You don't
and
see
Timmy's
Will in the
even bigger.
country anymore.
No, it's just like, yeah. But like, yeah, all those guys would wear it, would send out care pack. I remember like the first delivery, I reckon there was like 40 free t-shirts went out to DJs.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
all DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone. And I knew, like I said, I knew all of them.
That's your product placement. To put
That
it,
was
put
it.
in front
They
of
all
eyes.
had them.
Yeah.
Even footy players and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And then obviously from there, did that, DJ did it. And then what happened? Pretty much once I finished up in the whole DJ scene and the nightclubs and stuff, then I went to work for Optus for like 4 years just in sales. And I think I probably just put that on the t-shirts on the back burner a little bit when I was there, just to focus on getting back into sort of normality work, because DJ and nightclubs and events and stuff is not normal. Yeah.
Were you with Alicia at that time when you were DJing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
How hard was that having a partner when you were constantly out every Friday?
Yeah,
Saturday night?
it's not good luck to those that can do it, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
Definitely I decided to go that way. It's like that, Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
DJ life.
moment.
Yeah, I'm off that way. Yeah. It's very much that, which, it's amazing because I've got 2 kids now and full family and this business and everything. So definitely obviously the right choice for me. But yeah, it's very different. It's tough. Yeah. Having someone at home you're coming home to late at night. And I was very like,
And when we talk late at night, you're pretty much talking like morning.
we're talking like 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm like this. I treated that heavily as a job.
Yeah.
It's not a party. It was a party, but it's not a party. Like I had to make sure
Everything was
sweet.
running well,
Yeah, we
yeah.
can get into that, but yeah, that was a whole.
We will get to that.
because
We will get
that's
to
a whole. Anyway, so yes, it was like, you know what, it's not fair. Like I've had a good run, and go from there. Anyway, then the t-shirts probably dried up a bit from there. Styles changed. Tall tees dropped out.
So a lot
Blah,
of the
blah,
stock
blah.
that you still have within Dead President Society, it is still tall tees.
There's some tall tees there, some singlets, some tees. People ask me, they're in
You
boxes.
just got to wait for it to come back
I
around.
just, it might come
It-
back
it will.
around. Yeah,
Everything comes back around.
it does, but it's okay. Like
I'm obsessed with mid-century modern at the
Yeah.
moment. Like,
yeah,
Stock them here.
yeah. I mean, we put them again, but it's like, okay, it's like, where do I put it? Like, where does it fit in store as well? Yeah, it's got such a uniqueness to it that I'm not sure it fits right now. It
Ben will
might.
start wearing it at his concerts.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. See,
Yeah.
after I get to the boxes, if I can find them, yeah, they're tucked away somewhere.
So coming back to the store, and because I have such a fascination, I'm here all the bloody time.
Yes.
How do you decide what brands come into the store? Like what fits your mold? What your criteria?
It will just catch my eye. It'll just catch my eye straight away. I might see what other stores are doing around Australia, or New Zealand's a good one.
Mm.
And then we've obviously got clothing agents, so the agents have brands. They'll have an agency will have 4 or 5 brands, and they'll offer us that brand. So that obviously that's another reason brands come on. So a couple brands we have are all under one agent. So Gramici and Service Works and Stan Ray and they've got another one coming. They're all under the one umbrella. So we just deal with them directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's handy. They know what's going on. They bring it over.
That takes that handling of I have to find this
Yep.
new product or this new brand to sort of come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I for one didn't know that at all.
Yeah,
But-
no. So, and that's it. They look after them like a music agent. They've got a dozen artists under their wing. Yeah, same with these clothing agents. So, a lot of them we work with directly as well, and then finding niche ones, definitely like Instagram, just spending an hour on it, looking through one account into another
I could
account
imagine that your
into another account.
fashion ads constantly.
Yes, there's a lot.
Yeah, would be.
Fashion, NFL, wrestling.
I feel like I click on one snow-related post or snow
Yep.
jacket,
and then
and it's
bang.
just like constant.
Yep.
There's a pyro one that's going around at the moment with, or pyro, I should say, with Mountain Dew. They've done a collab,
Yeah, right.
and it's just everywhere.
Do the Jew.
Do the Jew.
Yeah.
Damn, mine's just absolute dog shit memes.
So yeah, that's the brands. Like I said, we're fortunate. And now we get bombarded with emails saying, "Hey, do you want to stock this brand?
How do you politely say no to a brand?
We politely say no, and it is the truth that we are booked up this year.
Right.
I've spent all my money. Budgets are full. Maybe next year. Hit us back in the new year.
Actually, that was one question that I had for someone who wanted to start sort of, I guess, their own clothing shop. Is it insanely expensive to have that initial capital to...
Yes, don't do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I thought.
don't.
Just as I
Look at the
thought.
down the barrel of the camera. It's a massive outlay to start because you need to buy the stock.
Yeah.
A lot of brands want you to buy the stock straight up as well. Yeah, so and then obviously you work on terms and stuff later on the track. That's all across all generally industries and businesses on account and stuff like that. But
So that's probably one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that as you've just gone through, you've had to buy a lot.
when we
Well,
open,
maybe not
yeah,
right now, but
yeah.
a lot of the stuff that here.
I know
you've
we're
had to
still
pay
paying
for
for it.
upfront.
It's not. Within weeks we're still paying for it. So it's you're pretty much paying for it once it arrives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to be able to sell. There is no
Correct.
sending back. Correct me if I'm
No, there's no sending back. No, there's nothing like
So
that.
what happens when things don't get sold?
It goes on a sale rack. Yeah. We don't do big sales. We do a sale rack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it comes down to us picking the right stuff. We obviously can mess up picking the wrong thing sometimes.
I want to ask this. Have you ever had an item
Huh.
that you've absolutely loved and you've been so enthusiastic about and it's just gone,
Yeah, I ordered a shirt and the girls absolutely shitbagged me for this shirt that I ordered. Yeah.
Are we talking about Lulu?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lulu, everyone. Yeah. Lulu, Leash, everyone. Yeah. Gave it a run for like a couple of weeks and then it went straight on the sale rack. Yeah.
So they were right.
They were right. Yeah.
Was that a shot to the ego a little bit? Were you
It
looking
was
at-
because
yeah.
I thought it was, and the brand, and it's like, it's hard because the brand thinks it's on trend as well.
Yeah.
So we're putting trust in the brand that, okay, it is. Yeah.
Well, you are putting trust in somebody that
Yep.
like a business
They've-
development manager.
they've
a
designed it.
BDM,
They've designed it.
Yep.
Yep.
They're meant to know the ones that are what's coming into fashion and everything like that.
Yep.
And you're like, hey, this tickled my pickle a little bit.
And again, you see it on
Everybody's different though.
you see someone
unfortunately.
wearing it, you're like, cool, okay, this is going to work. No, it's not meant for us. Simple as that. Yeah. So we learn
Just
from
a
that.
different market.
Just a different market. Yeah. It might work in a high volume foot traffic place where lots of different eyes are looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going
but
to say, like, if you had, like, obviously loads and loads of people coming in every
Chadstone
day,
Shopping Centre.
it'd probably sell.
It will.
Is it a lot
because
of these things? It's just coincidence. As
Yeah.
well, you know?
It's just more people looking at it.
Yeah.
For us with less eyes during the
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you have to really curate.
You got to play it somewhat safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So we obviously a lot of our stock is so it can transition between seasons and stuff. Yeah. But we don't get it wrong a lot, touch wood. Yeah. So which is good.
There's not too many things that roll through that sale rack.
Sale rack's not bad. It's we do
They're
and we
like
do
last items. more
they are
than anything.
and that's the thing. It's generally sale rack is last items.
And I'm just sometimes lucky enough that
And it's
those
your
last
size
items
that
are
it's
my
there
size.
for you. I just
come
knew
in,
I'll put on the
get
sale rack for
something else
Brandon.
And I'll be like, what's in the sale
It's
rack?
there for you.
Yeah.
That is pretty. Yes, last of is a painful thing, but it happens. That's the hardest thing in retail, and you never know what size is going to be last of. You could order medium, large, extra large, double XL, and you could get stuck with the large, which you think the large is the first to go, because that's mostly
What most people are.
large and XL. Yeah, no, you get stuck with the large. Like it makes zero sense. You just don't know. Pants are probably most obvious. Is 36 gets stuck a lot.
Yeah,
And
okay,
30s,
really?
yeah, 32s, 34s
I
are
thought
generally good.
36 is quite a large male, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And generally guys that are 36.
I'm 34, I think. I got two on.
Like a 35.
Yeah. In between. Yeah. They don't make it, but it's there. Yeah. So yeah, again, once that guy's up in that 36, it's like it has to be perfect for them because they're in that sort of on that bigger side. Yeah. But yeah, 36 and sort of 30 hang around a lot, but hey, there's always a body for it. It will come. Yeah.
You got the clientele?
I mean, that'd be interesting
Yeah.
behind the scenes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So following on.
Yeah.
I actually probably will go
That
with
actually
that.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's what I was
following
looking
on
for.
with some of the experiences that you've had previously.
Yep.
Now you've said that you worked for a nightclub. You were DJing for quite a while,
Yep.
and then you went and worked at Optus. I know
Yep.
that you worked at Telstra as well.
Yes, Optus was early days, very early days.
How do you think that the whole customer experience helping of the mainstream, the
Telcos.
telecoms?
That is the most wild thing you can do in terms of customer service. You deal with happy people and angry people within one customer to the next. You'll have someone that's ecstatic, and the next person that just wants to rip your head off.
What was more common?
Rip your head off. When you work for
Really?
Telstra, it was the most thing is everyone literally.
Do you think that's because people are paying for a premium service and they're not always getting?
They are, but it's
Premium
like it
service.
is also technology that some stuff is not going to be perfect. It's going to mess up, and it's still like.
Especially when you were doing it, probably. Yeah.
And I was at Leopold. Like by the end of it, I was managing the store in Leopold, and that's like the reception out there is already hard as it is. So they put like the store alone didn't have like reception. Like it was like that. Actually, it was the wildest thing we owned.
Sorry, the FOS machine's not there.
Like they had to put like a repeater in the store that had like an antenna on the roof to put reception in the store. Like that's just
That's
you have
so
to,
ironic.
when we first
bad.
when you have to open, I don't know why. I don't look. Anyway, it was they opened it because it was going to be a huge area for NBN. And we can go on, but obviously that's why they opened it because Telstra make a whole bunch of money on NBN in that area, and they obviously made heaps of sense because everyone had to move from copper to fiber. Yeah, and the only way to do it is to swap to NBN, and the store was there. But anyway, so yes, that in terms of like that is the wildest thing that you were dealing with people that were like they were steaming, like steam coming out of their ears, literally, like wild. Yeah,
Get off.
I haven't experienced it here, but it is like that sets you up. If you can't handle that, you're not meant for like customer service or sales or anything.
We're going to do a sandwich here
Yeah.
because I really want to know between making it worse and then making it better. So the Let's Make It Worse podcast, a little sandwich of things. I want to know, as far as the store goes now, your best customer experience that you've had, you not being a customer, but obviously giving that customer service, and you really focus on that and you pride yourself on that. What's the best experience that you've had? It can be long-term, can be short-term.
I can't narrow it down because I feel like we get enough good experiences on the regular, but I think the ones that mean the most is when the guys keep coming back, especially the ones that have come in for a wardrobe to start. Say, I need a wardrobe, I need to like refresh, and I need jeans and all that, and then they keep coming back. I actually got one young guy.
I'm going to stop you there.
Go.
I want to know, when someone comes in for a wardrobe,
Yeah,
what are we talking about here? Because I've never walked into a store.
they want
And I've asked-
a couple pairs of jeans, they want a couple of jumpers, a couple of t-shirts, and a couple of shirts. Like they want
A
few
minimalist
things.
fresh start.
They want a few things to set them up through either winter or summer or whatever period they came in.
Is that common?
100%. And then they'll come in 6 months' time and get the next season.
Yeah,
Like,
forward thinkers.
yeah, like and some guys do that. I literally see guys twice a year. I see guys quarterly or whatever it is. Yeah. And like I said, I got
And then
one
you see
guy
people like me that will
just
come in
every so
probably
often, or
every-
hit me up on Instagram, or I need this.
I
Or,
need this.
Yes. What size do you have in this? But like I had one young guy that just like literally wanted, like he was buying other brands from chain stores, we'll call them, yeah. And he started buying bits and pieces through here, like ones of or twos of, or buying a nice piece of Carhartt or whatever it is. And now he comes in regularly, not every week, it might be every 2 months or something like that. And he'll buy that one nice thing to have in his wardrobe. That's when they buy the one nice thing, then they're really invested in clothing and understanding what we do here and why we bring in these brands and the quality of clothes it is, yeah? Because it is nice buying that one nicer thing than buying 5 of the same thing in different brands, cheaper.
I have an opinion on this,
Okay.
and I don't know whether you're going to agree with it or
No,
not.
go.
But I feel like you can't do an item of clothing when it's that one nice thing and you're going to have that really nice thing in your wardrobe. It can't be like a big print or anything like that. Something that's super noticeable.
Yeah, just
It
classic.
has to be something like super good quality. Something
No
that
print,
you
just
love
plain?
wearing. Yeah, something
That's
that
fair.
people don't realize that you're wearing all the time.
I think like knitwear's the perfect example of that. Buying a nice knit,
Absolutely.
buying like a $250 knit instead
Yeah.
of a $100 knit.
Yeah.
You will see the difference.
Yeah.
You will feel the difference, and people will notice you look heaps different. Like it's so much
but,
better.
But it is not something that people will notice that you're wearing the same thing all the time.
No, it will
If you
stand
wore a
out.
big
Oh,
print t-shirt.
of
cost you
course.
$250. It'd
Of
be like
course.
he's wearing that t-shirt.
They'll remember
yeah,
it.
cool t-shirt. but
They'll
he's wearing
remember it.
I'm like, how can you justify spending $250 on just a normal T-shirt though? I can understand like something.
Luckily,
big
I
and
don't have
woolly.
that expensive t-shirt,
Okay,
but
good.
we had some t-shirts not long ago that were from Germany that were like $140, But
Is it just the brand?
no, the quality of the
really
cotton
good
was
quality.
really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
The prints were really cool. They had like a Porsche, old school Porsche on them. I don't know if you were around. I think you might have been overseas. I feel like you missed them.
Are you going to be another person that tells me I'm overseas too much?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that to you though. But I only did a small run. The other thing about us is I'm not going to go repeat the same thing either. So if you do buy that big print T-shirt,
Ooh, kind of like one of a kind.
there's only maybe 3 of them.
Yeah, they don't come back through.
Yeah.
So I encourage, if you really like this, buy it. You're only one of 3 or 4 guys that are going to have it in Geelong. If so, you actually bought it online, so be it. Like, I can't compete with that.
Otherwise,
And
someone's
they
gonna
obviously
get
do
from
sell though.
Yeah.
Like that's
Hey?
that's all. They obviously like do sell.
Oh,
It's, like,
yeah.
really
People like the
expensive,
uniqueness to everything.
Yeah.
If I'm out, I'm out. I feel
like
bad. I don't have it.
Yeah,
for
no,
you,
it's kind of cool
but
though
it's
for
done.
the
Like,
customer.
Yeah.
for the
I don't like
customer's
saying
sake.
snooze, you lose, but it's kind of along those.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like if you came in on the right day where there's
yeah,
one left.
if I
of
put
this
it up,
really
just
rare
let me know.
thing,
Like,
yeah.
it's here. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we do smaller runs.
That's why it's important to watch the socials.
Yeah,
to
social
see
media.
what's
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I try, or just pop in regularly like you do.
Better get it on it
and
right
see
now.
what's here.
But
But,
I'm always watching the Instagram, and this Saturday series is something that I've been very clued into lately.
Yes,
How many volumes are you in now for
I've
Saturday series?
actually 15 or 16. I actually don't know. I have to check. 17 maybe.
So that's you.
But that was
that's you stepping outside of your comfort
yes.
zone.
You gave me a bit of a nudge and said you should try it and get your
Oh, did I
microphone.
do that,
you
did
you
I?
gave me a little one. You said you were doing the videos at the time, and you actually had another guy say to me, "So you do the videos," and I think I spoke to you about it, and you're like, "Yeah, like the whole microphone thing and stuff's good." You're doing your videos and so on, and yes, so it's good fun. It's great every Saturday. I haven't done it every Saturday.
You had a really good guest on this last one.
Fleur was on it,
Yes.
my daughter, and then Miles was on a couple weeks ago,
So
and they got heaps of engagement, which is great.
You're like,
Yeah, I didn't use them for engagement. Didn't use them for engagement. It just so happened I was like, I need something. I'll like Fleur, let's do something together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good fun. Yeah, like I said, it's not every week. We do a stage where we're doing it every week. I'm trying to just do it every fortnight or so now. But yeah, coming into Christmas, I'll definitely do more.
It's good fun though. Like,
It's
you get
great.
yourself out.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is for
Yep.
your clients or the people that don't know
Yep.
who you are.
Yep.
To get a little bit more of a feel about who you are, so they know that when they walk in the door, they see Matt,
They see me.
and it's that know, like, and trust.
Yep.
Of yourself.
Yep. Like you said at the start,
Yeah.
similar interests and similar views.
Oh shit, yeah.
Helps.
We got banter.
Banter, man.
Banter.
Shine.
Oasis, isn't it? Isn't
Correct.
It? Yeah.
You want to buy the Parker, mate? You gotta.
Not a big Oasis fan.
Lasagna. Yeah.
Lasagna.
Alright, and we're back.
Okay. Okay.
Little intermission with the
Go. You're right. Battery's back.
The battery's back. Follow up with us with the bad customer experience.
Yep.
From those Telstra people that are just there's one happy, and as you said in the next one, they're just so angry.
I mean, you'd get it daily, yeah. And there was always someone that had to do them, and it was always me. Yeah.
Is that the manager's role to deal with?
The manager, assistant manager, I was assistant manager, and it was like, but you know what's wild? I was actually cool to do it. I was like, okay, let's go for it. Maybe I wanted to walk into like the whole thing.
Did you
and
find it
cop
somewhat interesting?
yeah, it was like-
engaging with people who are off their rocker.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
thing.
like
Yeah.
adrenaline rush. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it,
The ones that would catch you off guard is the ones that would come in and hit you on the spot with it. But the ones that would, and this is, you feel so sorry for like the young people that are working there, they would cop the brunt of the person walk because you'd sign. My role was to assign one of the staff to that person to help them, and then they'd just go off at him, and you're like, oh, stitched them up here, and then you'd have to go do it. So when you're prepared for it, like this guy's angry, they'd tell you the whole story.
But when
like,
someone starts dumping on you,
that's hard. Yeah,
It catches you.
it catches you off guard, and you don't want to be like, you're like,
especially a young person as well. It puts them in a difficult
Yeah.
position because they haven't had that much experience
Yeah.
with like conflict management.
I feel like 95% would just be like nervous Nellies. That I mean, fair enough. Like they've
Especially
got to do
these
what
days.
is
It was
in the
hard,
best
yeah.
interest of the employer. But they,
yeah.
have you had anyone that's flipped back?
Yeah, it was hard when it would happen. Like, how do you respond to these kids' like emotions with it? Yeah, because at the same time you had to literally go do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. I
And
imagine that you'd have a little bit of time out at the back of someone.
yeah,
getting yelled
but
at.
at the same time, it's part of the, it's going to happen as part of the job. So it's like it's a really hard line to ride.
Yep.
Because you need them to still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just back out on it either.
No, of course not.
Yeah, because it's like your job is this. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty wild. Thankfully, in here,
You wouldn't have the same sort of
Nothing.
experiences.
Did you ever have anyone that clapped back
at
at a customer,
as in
like
me.
at an employee or?
Oh, some guys, like some of the blokes would actually, like younger guys would be like, nah, like I'm giving it back to you here. And you just
I
like,
love that.
There's never
I
like
love
a
it.
close biff, but it was
I love it.
some guys would just stand there and just like give him that, like, keep going. I'm like, I'm here for it. Yeah.
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 They rock up to work that
yeah.
day pissed off in
Yeah.
the first place.
The old-
But then they get
old-
those,
the old
like, I don't know if you
get
remember, you had to do surveys after. And like, and the part of the whole thing was like, you get the surveys come through and as a manager, and you have to make sure you get 9s and 10s. Like that was the thing. Yeah. So you get the 0 or the 1. You're like, and you knew it was coming because this
Yeah.
person was going to leave
Yeah,
this
yeah,
shit
yeah.
survey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like things like you try to avoid those things. But touch wood in here, maybe like 1 or 2 little things. And it was out of
Really?
some things out of our control. Like literally.
When you've been around for 7 years,
Have
there's
you-
always going to be
Have
things
you got
that
any?
happen.
But not many.
You're okay to not tell the story if you're not
No, I
comfortable.
mean, like,
But if there was one little blow up in here, we'd love to hear it.
it was like there's like one little thing about something we couldn't do. Our hands were tied post COVID.
Mm.
There was so many restrictions. It was like we just couldn't do it from a store level.
Mm.
Like I literally the only way, and the brand was happy to do what that I said. I'm not going to go too much into it, but the brand was happy to help that person, but that person had to go to the brand directly.
Yeah.
And obviously the brand
They just want you to handle it
to
for
do
them.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But the resolution was it was fixed. We let the brand know they were happy to do it, but that person just needed to go to him. What happened from there, I've got no idea. Yeah.
How close were you to shutting during COVID? Like completely closing the doors?
We were very blessed and fortunate that the community got around us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the only times that you really opened up online.
That feels like a Paco thing to
Man,
do
we
as well.
we were only
Yeah,
open
Yeah,
for
sure.
we were only open for like 3.5, 4 years, and then COVID hit. We were just like starting to get momentum, starting to like, okay, repeat customers. Christmases were big, Father's Day was big, all
'Cause
that. Yeah,
this is one of those industries
yeah.
that was hugely hit.
So
And just to go on that just to go on that from like my side of view as well, like I went from just shopping in store to those chain stores to then I
Online?
had to shop online because
course.
you couldn't do anything else.
So
And then if you haven't got a massive online presence,
Yeah.
as
So
a new
we'll-
store, that's
COVID hit, and hit sudden. The best thing that happened was the brands absorbed the stock as much as they could, to a point where it's like, you have to take some, but we'll take some back. Worked with us. The ones that didn't work with us was really tough. We had to obviously take the stock and pay for the stock. Yeah. Went online, did as much as we could do online, click and collect, delivery. Obviously, the first part of COVID was nothing. Like, you know how locked down it was. It was just like, you couldn't move. I've never played so much PS5 or 4 in my life. This was pre-Miles. So this was pre having our first kid. A lot of like MLB The Show.
How
which
old
was
is Miles at the moment?
No, Miles wasn't born yet.
How old's Miles now?
Miles is 4.5. He'll be 5 in Feb. So Miles is a COVID baby.
Yeah,
He
I was
is a
going to say
COVID
that's
baby.
all his boredom
Yep.
starting to line up pretty
Yeah,
well.
COVID baby. We had Miles, and then that night was like the Feb lockdown. It was like a snap lockdown they did.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a statistical spike.
Yeah. Oh,
of
heaps,
children
man.
9 months
Everyone,
before COVID.
everyone was
Yeah.
busy. So
Busy.
busy. So yeah, obviously it was sudden. Like you knew something was happening, and like you had a feeling, and brands didn't know what was going to happen, and then obviously it hit. So yeah, we couldn't do anything for a while. First thing we did was hoodies, not these ones that you're wearing, but obviously we did a first batch of hoodies and t-shirts, and a lot of people bought them. Community got around us. We sold heaps.
The brown one.
The
brown
one
one
with
that
like
says
that
good.
college print on it. It was like that sort of college logoing.
Block.
That it was like good things.
Yeah.
A bit bigger.
Yeah.
It had like the drawstring hoodie.
And that would have been purely word of mouth, yeah?
That was social media.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So Instagram, buy them. We did hundreds. Like we did heaps and t-shirts and so on. And I would drive around and just drop them off people's doors. And,
Damn.
yeah. There was never like a click and collect thing. I spent 2 days driving around from either side and then posting heaps. Yeah. So, and then you get people buying them from like Melbourne and stuff, and Ballarat and
How'd you get
wherever.
past the Iron Curtain?
No, I didn't know. Just a posting. Yeah, there was no iron curtain. There was no drive. Yeah, just hey, exemption was to deliver. Yeah, necessity. Yeah. And then obviously, yeah, the brands worked. We just worked with the brands, and the brands that we worked with, we've still got. So they're the ones that we've stuck with and stuck around. Thankfully, at every Christmas, they opened everything back up. That was with restrictions. I remember having like the thing at the door where I could only let like a certain amount of people in at once. Yeah. And there was like a line out the front of the window because people wanted to come in at Christmas. Yeah. But thankfully, like restrictions lifted at Christmas and we were busy because that's our busiest period is Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas in here is crazy. It's like, it feels like Westfield in here. Yeah. There's enough, like you can't.
There's people here. All
Change
the time.
rooms are full and so on. Yeah. So
That's where the extra staff really own there.
yeah, that's where the girls are. Yeah, right on. Yeah. So, so thankfully that, and then yeah, local community, and then Christmas being busy. And that was sort of it. And then our own product, and then yeah, stuff online. Father's Day, like I remember Father's Day, I had the door. I was at a table at the door, and mums would come up and say, "Matt, my husband," and I knew who that guy was. We need stuff for Father's Day. I'd go pick stuff. I'd show them. They'd buy it. Happy days.
Like locals?
Locals. People, like, regular customers.
I was going to say, like, Paco just has that vibe.
Yeah,
where it's just like they would support you because it's like a Paco business, you know.
We're very local, like lot of local families come through here.
Yeah.
And generations of locals families, yeah. So from mums of mums and dads of dads, and
there isn't that
sons.
many types. I mean, it's you and your mum
Yeah.
next door.
Yeah.
There isn't that many types of family-owned businesses around here. There is a lot of big brands down this end.
Yeah, I mean now
There's
there's
Impelli
more
down
and more.
the end, even though they're
More and more.
this-
They're
this-
local
They're
still.
local,
Yeah,
but they're a
they've
big
branched
brand,
out big
yeah.
time. But we're definitely like we're bricks and mortar small.
Yeah.
We're still small boutique stores, but again, that fact that they could come to the door and buy, I could give them what I thought, and they were happy. That's that were the things that saved us. Coming close to closing, just it's almost too long to think about it, like too far back in the past. And we never thought about like that was what we just had to keep pushing through.
Did you have a time early on where it was really tough at all that you thought that maybe this isn't going to work?
No, I always stayed positive about it. Yeah, and it's such a cliche to say, stay positive.
Cliche,
No, because I've seen it work with, say, mum being 30-something years in it. Yeah, we just have to stick.
But was there times that you thought?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah,
that
because
sigh?
like weeks were quiet or weekends were quiet and stuff, and even like in the last like year with the interest rate hikes and stuff like that, definitely people have cut back on stuff, and it's been quieter, but we still have our
Ebbs and flows.
Of course, yeah, it will still pick up in certain periods. We're like, okay, cool, yeah, and again, our regulars and our loyal customers that we always look after as well. You know that we always look after the regulars as well.
We love you for it.
Yeah, that's good. We'll keep looking after you.
I probably find that myself being a small business owner, that the ebbs and flows, you can't get caught on moments in time when you are doing really, really well. You can't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yep.
But at the same time, when the chips are down, don't count yourself out.
No.
And I think that I'm at a stage in my career too where I am 7 years into being a mortgage broker, where I know that I could have two of the best months of my career, quickly followed by the worst month that I've had in my career. But it's not too long before I'm back up having, it's what seems like an average sales month. Essentially, I'm going to say average sales because it's relevant, but it ebbs and flows.
Just keep doing the same. Keep doing what works. Yeah, it will come and go. Don't be silly either. Like don't go crazy and do things that like you don't need to do outside your means. Yeah, stay within your means that make your business work. Yeah, a lot of businesses that probably fail out there is because they go buy things or do things that they don't.
Too big,
their
too
business,
soon.
Yeah, their business doesn't need to go do these things or buy these. I don't know, whether from vehicles or to things for like they just don't need to. Like they've got just stick to what you're doing. If you feel like if it's outside your means, it's clearly not the right thing for you. Yeah, because then you're going to put your business under stress. Yeah, whether it be paying your suppliers or paying the tax office or whatever it is. Because the other thing is the biggest thing is you know, things like the tax office coming in on and small businesses and even bigger businesses not paying tax. Like that's one reason they're going under is because they're not leaving themselves that room because they're going silly.
So one of our favourite listeners
Yep.
had a question that he wrote in. Now, we've answered a few already
Yep.
to transition from, I'm not leaving everybody out that sent me through questions
Go for it.
from that.
Yep.
Paying your business first
Yep.
or paying you first? Which one comes first?
You, depending on how you're set up and whatever, you just make sure your suppliers are sorted because they're the ones that are giving you the stock to sell.
So if you knew that it is coming into, say, October, November, and you're going to have a big windfall at Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's 50-50 stage, you're like, hey, let me just pay me first, and I know that I can pay the rest. Or...
Look, it just depends how all your businesses are set up. Yeah. People are set up in so many different ways and things like that. So it's probably a tough one to answer in terms of, I just always say, you just got to make sure you look after the people that are giving you the product to sell.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah. It's, you got to look after, and they're doing a lot of work to bring the stock to you. You don't want to burn those bridges either because they'll take the brand somewhere else if they want. But you don't want them to either. Like you look after each other.
There wouldn't be too many brands in the store that are actually stocked in other stores in Geelong.
No, not
Is
unless
that
it's
because
a chain
you
store.
have? Say that again.
Not unless it's like one of the stores in Westfield,
Okay.
which have stores everywhere in Australia.
Is that something that you have like an exclusive deal with?
Some brands we do. Yep, we do, and we it's a big like
Can you name a brand that you have an exclusive deal with?
Carhartt.
Cool.
Yep,
Hell
and
yeah.
we how.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and we work, and we've got a really good relationship with him. I'll have a conversation with him about family and kids and stuff, and then talk business.
And that's the best way that your
Yeah.
your relationships are built.
At the same time as it's business, but like I said, this is coming back to the suppliers have to get paid. Yeah, they're happy. We look after them. They look after us with stock on time, exclusive and stuff. Yeah, but we've built the brand up over close to 7 years to make sure that we are, together.
I'll probably put that into perspective for as a mortgage broker.
Yep.
We have business development managers that
Yep.
work for the bank. So sometimes I say to my clients, I have a business delegate or a business relationship manager that's dealing with your file on me that I have to go and get details with.
Yep.
It's really good to be in with those people.
Yep.
And once you can call someone up and say, I'm just going to use, for example, Michael from Commonwealth Bank.
Yep.
That if I can call him up and say, hey, mate, I need a favour, or how you going? Let's talk about life for a little bit. You talk shit for
Yeah.
5 minutes
Yeah.
before you get into it.
Yep.
They are so much more willing
Of
to
course.
help you because you're not just there yelling at somebody.
Well, you
because
know
need a
them
hand.
on a more level than just
And
you're a service provider.
And I find that really comes from my industry, from when I go to conferences or you
Yeah.
have people down, you have
Yeah.
people down for lunch. But my favorite thing is when you go to a conference or an awards day or something like that, and you get on the source with these people and you
Yeah.
really connect on them on a personal level.
Yep.
So the next time you pick up the phone, it's not, oh yeah, Brandon's just calling me again. It's just like straight
Yeah.
to the point. It's like, oh, and
How's
it will
everything?
happen, and it will happen for, weeks after a conference that I will speak to some of these business relationship managers, like head to pull up after,
Yeah.
Yep. And then you have that camaraderie that flows on. And I've got camaraderie with some of these business relationship managers since year 2 and year
Yep.
3 because, trouble that we've gotten into together, for
Yeah, of
example.
course.
And
And again, like I said, as long as it stays business, that's the other thing.
relationships build business.
Yeah, as long as if when you need to have that hard conversation with that person, it's like it's okay.
Yeah.
Can't always be
Yeah.
fun and
Oh,
games.
100%.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when something doesn't go right for you, something doesn't go right for us, you still have to have that. Yeah, or
And that's exactly right, because
Yeah.
I can be a bit of an angry beaver sometimes, and especially in the line of fire when I know that I'm fighting for my clients.
Yep.
That when I'm frustrated, some of those business relationship managers that
They're
I
gonna
deal
cop it.
with,
Yeah.
they cop it.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I'm really sorry, but
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated them.
Yeah.
And they'll just say straight down the line to me, like I understand it, I get it. Like,
and they'll tell you straight. As long as they tell you
Yeah.
straight back,
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Things like that. So,
Yeah.
very fortunate in that. But yes, look after your suppliers
I like that.
and your staff. I'll sort out
staff
the
number
rest.
1. So you're a big sports fan.
Yes, enjoy my sport.
Tell us what sports.
Everything. What don't we like? AFL's good.
Who's your team?
Geelong.
Yeah.
How can we not? We're blessed to have a team
Born and bred.
born and bred, schooled, unied, haven't left
Yeah.
the place, yeah?
Yeah.
Really haven't left the place.
Yeah.
It's too convenient that it's just here. It takes us, I only live around the corner. It's only
I always
5 minutes to
say
walk
that
there.
being someone from Geelong, now I'm a sports fan.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sports fan myself. That
Yep.
we are incredibly blessed to have a sports team in Geelong. If you're a
Very.
sports fan, it's awesome because it's that sense of community and it
Yep.
gives you a sense of purpose within the community. That gives you could talk to most people in Geelong about it. Okay,
Yep.
it's that. I've always said if Geelong had an A-League team, if they had a Big Bash team, I
Yep.
would go.
Yeah.
But I simply do not give a flying fuck
Yeah.
about a Melbourne team
Yeah.
playing in these comps. It just doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I don't care about Western Melbourne either. Like,
It's okay. They're gone, probably.
it has to be
Yeah.
from Geelong.
Yeah.
And
No.
if they had have started in Geelong, they
Well-
probably would have.
Yeah, the Western. That's a bad situation. But anyway, but yes, it's great that we've got a footy team here that I can take my kid, like, get home within 5-10 minutes. So obviously I live around the corner. Even if you didn't, if I live like we used to live in Highton and a mate that lives in Mount Dunedin and a mate that lives in Torquay, they're still
We're
home
never too
within
far away around here anyway.
20-25 minutes. Otherwise, I go to the G on a Friday night, and you obviously you go a lot. You're not home for another 2 hours by
Yeah,
the time
that's
you
right.
leave.
Yeah.
Regardless if you've parked at the G or parked in the city or caught the train, it's all.
We
long
are
and
incredibly
time.
blessed to have.
So yes, love the Cats.
And something that everybody doesn't know, and somebody that's not a sport nut, and we're not shunning him for any reason, but Benny, did you know that the Geelong Football Club is the oldest sports team in the world?
I didn't know that. Is it
It is.
really?
It is.
I know they got the oldest
I don't know, that's
record sponsorship thing.
I'd love to see some evidence because I find that extremely hard
Is
to
it?
believe. Oldest sports team in the world. Bubba Booey, the world's a big place. It's very old.
It'd be on there. I'd say it'd be on there. I wouldn't say the oldest.
We're waiting on chat.
Cheaper
You
chat.
can trust
be
the old
proved
chat
wrong here.
GPT, eh?
I
You can
mean, I
trust
would
that
have thought there'd be
clanker.
soccer
wait.
teams out there. Australia hasn't been. Oh, I don't know.
I
This is my history
wait on it.
lessons.
Sorry, I had airplane mode on.
Like the Aztecs had fucking
Oh,
sports
okay.
teams, man.
That's I might be eating my words, but it
Retract.
doesn't tell me who.
Retract.
I will never
Retract.
Insurance policy.
Retract.
The Cats is one of the oldest professional sports clubs in the world, but not the oldest.
Okay.
Founded in 1859, making it the second oldest
Okay.
Australian rules football club after Melbourne.
Right,
I
okay.
guess so in
Ooh,
1859.
That's right.
So not only are you
weeks
wrong, but you're wrong
early.
twice.
There are a couple of English soccer and cricket clubs that predate it,
Yeah.
but only by a year.
Oh, okay.
For example, Sheffield was 1857.
Wow.
But I don't think that this really counts. Is the Royal Blackheath Golf Club claimed origins back in the 1600s
As a golf club,
as a golf club? I don't think that counts as
No.
a sporting team. They're not a.
it's pretty
sporting
impressive
team.
that the Cats are that old.
Yeah.
But yes, again, we're very fortunate and very
Yeah.
lucky that
Yeah,
we
one
get
of
to have him.
one of
Yeah, one of, yeah.
one of.
So
Sorry for
yes,
eating
love
my
the
words on
Cats.
that
No,
one.
no, love the Cats. We love our soccer. We
We-
both go for Man United, unfortunately, but I've said this to a guy the other day. You have your team, you stick to your team.
You have to stick to your team.
You ride the roller coaster.
You know what? I'm gonna oust myself here. I didn't always stick to my team.
Go on.
Got a flip flopper.
I didn't always stick to my team. When I was growing up, I had a family member. We're not going to mention the family member that played for Geelong, and so all my family have been Geelong through and through forever.
Right. Yep.
And for whatever reason, I just like to be different. And when I was old enough, and like my earliest memories of
Yep.
watching football on the TV was watching the Roos win the
Yep.
flag
Yep.
in the late 90s.
96 or whatever it was.
96 and 99.
Yeah, yeah.
That's some of my earliest memories of football.
So kangaroo.
And I played centre half forward as a young tacker and
Yeah.
a lot through my football career. So I unfortunately idolised the king,
The duck.
Wayne Carey, the duck, as my favourite footballer. So
They
as
were
a young fella
They
that
were
had
a
no
powerhouse.
idea
There's
what.
nothing wrong with that.
I-
Are
I
you
had no
aware of the
idea.
quick fact that I did?
You just
I did
changed.
Ducks podcast.
Correct.
You
Yes.
did?
You have mentioned that before.
I was the man behind that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We have spoken about that before. But like even as a young fellow, I didn't realise what the whole transition and the scandal was from leaving North Melbourne to Adelaide
Oh, yep.
was.
Okay.
But then when he went to Adelaide, being my favourite player and
Yeah.
being what, 10 years old.
He wasn't much
9
chop there.
years.
Yeah.
He wasn't much top, but I followed him, and then I started to support Adelaide.
Yeah. Okay.
And my old man, who's a passionate Geelong supporter,
Yes.
was kind enough
Yeah.
to take me to the MCG on a couple of times. And
Yep.
I remember there was a final that he took me to, the Kangaroos versus Melbourne, and I
Yeah,
think
okay.
Melbourne flogged them.
Yep.
Somebody out there would probably know what game that was
Yep.
in a finals game. But then I switched to Adelaide.
Yep.
He was supportive of me supporting Adelaide, and then
Man.
he bought me an Adelaide jersey.
Yeah. Right.
And then would take me to the Adelaide games down here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we went to the football pretty often
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
wouldn't
Yep.
wear Geelong colours.
Yeah.
But he knew
Wow.
that he was okay
And
with
now
me
you're a
supporting.
passionate Geelong supporter.
But the moment that the King retired, or the Duck retired, I started to really think there was Paul Pleasure that I really supported, and I was just like, I should just go for Geelong. So it was like 2005, 2006 when
Right before the
right before,
Yeah. We all lived through the shit, and then I mean, I was a kid. I went to the '90s, all the '90s grand finals and stuff.
I was at
Yeah.
the Cats games all the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
because
yeah,
Dad went all the
yeah, of
time. I
course.
would go, but
No, we're very lucky. We've got a good footy club down here,
Yeah.
and they get to, like I said, take the kids,
unreal.
and they're happy. So yes, like a soccer, like a NFL, basketball's on there, but yeah,
You don't have a team. You're a bit like me. that you don't-
basketball.
Yeah.
Knicks. If I,
Oh, you do have a team.
I'm a big New York guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you know I'm a big baseball guy.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're
I
a
love my
Yankees.
Yankees.
Yeah, you're a Yankees fan.
But I've made a thing that I have to pick a team, so obviously pick Knicks.
Yeah.
Cowboys for NFL. I've got all these teams that are like massive teams.
I'm a Warriors fan, but only after Durant
There
left.
you go. See.
After Durant, I never liked Durant.
Yeah. You went after. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, all my teams are pretty much all these famous teams, which annoys some of my mates because they're like, you've just got all the best known teams.
The best known teams, but they're all rubbish.
They're all rubbish. Like there's no
The Knicks, no
Knicks-
good. Man United,
Man United, no good. Obviously,
The
like I said, Geelong's the
Cowboys,
only one
no
that sort of
good.
keeps
Yeah.
me happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys are no good. Yankees are. I mean, they've made the World Series, but they're the Yankees still. But yeah, it's interesting.
You share something with me that a lot of people will shun on here, and I don't think that
So
while people know
don't shut.
that I'm a big sports fan, if they follow anything that I've got, one of the things that I absolutely love, and I'm going to grab it, and I don't care who knows, I'm a huge wrestling fan. It is the soap opera for males. It is
Theatre.
fantastic.
It is theatre.
It is theatre, isn't it?
Theatre.
Yeah.
I explain. Theatre.
Yeah, theatre. There is one big pay-per-view show a month.
This is what the Greeks work towards.
It is. It bloody is. It's sports entertainment.
Yep.
They're real men and women
Yep.
putting their bodies on the line,
Yep.
actually hurting themselves
Yes.
for our
100%
entertainment.
they are.
And I absolutely love it.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
I'm with you. I watched it as a kid. I've got back into it. I've always loosely followed it. Obviously, in the last, I don't know, 5 years, I've probably been more into it. And then recently, obviously, now it's like it is
huge again.
it is on at the moment.
It's
yeah?
huge again.
It is so good. It's so good. Like it's just unbelievable how well they're doing. Yeah, I
It's
can't
unreal
wait.
to
I
see.
guess I can't wait till Miles is older. I can
And then
really
you can
get
share it
into
with him.
100%. But yes, we had the good days. early
I
days.
am lucky enough that I grew up in the Attitude Era
Yep.
in the late 90s, early 2000s, and watched all the big
Yep.
WWF superstars that
Yep.
sort of rolled through that time.
Yep.
I watched that with my brothers, who
Yep.
were a little bit older than me, and my dad. I
Mhm.
was lucky enough that my parents let me stay up late on a Tuesday night to watch Monday Night Raw, which
Yep.
was the following, obviously wasn't live. And that was a very early childhood memory of mine.
Mhm.
And I am absolutely stoked that come October, that me and my brothers are going over to Perth
It's fantastic.
to see the SmackDown, the Friday night show, the
whole thing.
premium live event,
Yep.
Crown Jewel, and the Monday Night Raw. And
So good.
we cannot wait. And I think that it really peaks out that anybody that still scoffs at how popular it is, that Netflix
Yep.
paid an absolutely ridiculous amount for rights for
Yep.
it for
Yep.
the next 10 years.
Yep.
So it's going to be around for a lot longer, and it's going to be on your screens.
It's not slowing down.
It's not slowing down. Favorite wrestler?
Of all time or recent or what? How do you want it?
Give me one right now, and then give me a favorite all-time wrestler.
One all-time wrestler, it's The Rock. It's him.
Final boss.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was just The Rock. The Rock. Was it the Who was he with Farouk and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Domination or whatever it was.
the Nation of
No,
Domination.
yep. So I followed him from there.
Yep. Because he wasn't very popular before that. I was about to start using wrestling terms, but
no, he wasn't. No,
he wasn't very over before that.
The Rock. I mean, like I said, I grew up in all that. They were all good.
Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia. They were all always just the Rock. Always.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough when they came out for Global Warning Tour. Do you remember? You were probably too young. Global Warning Tour. I don't know what year it was. They came and they performed.
Rod Laver Arena?
No, they performed at Marvel or whatever it was then, whatever it was called, yeah?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was meant to come out, but he backed out. So they sent, it was like a triple threat match between Rock, Triple H, and a young Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, right.
So I got a photo with Brock. I actually
You did?
I stayed at Crown that night with my parents, and we went to the show, Dad and I. And then I was like, Dad, I'm going to sit in the lobby of Crown Towers, if you know the lobby. Yeah, I sat there where the elevators are, and the couches opposite the elevators. They used to do heaps of couches there, yeah? And I was like, I'm just going to wait for someone to come down. And I don't know why my parents were like, cool, just go for it. Like, it's pretty safe. There's security guards everywhere.
Yeah.
Had the book, like the with all the photos in it, like from the show, and they all coming down because they were all going to the casino. So they'd all come down and off they go to the casino and come out. So I just get a photo with them, get an autograph. And I got a photo with Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio with his mask off, a young Randy Orton. He was young, man.
To wonder, just destroy the lobby.
No, he was young. So, and then I remember when I literally almost stayed up like all night, like at least down to like midnight down there. And then went back and then woke up at like 6 or 7 and went downstairs because they were leaving early. And then it was like heaps of people waiting for autographs.
To me, this is like, that's unreal.
This is like early days, man. I was young. I would have been like early teens, yeah?
Yeah.
And then like Triple H, they all coming out. Triple H and Stephanie were together, so they left together. Yeah. This was the early days, yeah? And then I got like autographs from all, and like The Rock got his autograph and all that. So I was like stoked, yeah? So early days was The Rock. Now, honestly, like...
They all stayed at Towers.
They all stayed at Towers and they bust them all out, yeah? The only ones that had private cars were like Triple H, Rock, and then the rest were on the bus.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but it was like guys like Maven and like there was like all these like random guys. I'd love to go find the book and try and remember the rest of them.
You know what?
Yeah,
have that. I want to see that book.
Yeah, I'll have to find. It's on my parents. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. But
how do you not know where that is?
No, it's there. It's in my cupboard in my room. But
get that because
Hogan was meant to be there, and I was like, I got the Hulkamania tee. It's at home still. And like he was meant to come, but they pulled out and they sent Brock instead.
Yeah,
yeah. And I was thinking it was Brock and Paul as well.
Yeah,
at the time. Yeah. This was like early days Brock, and Triple H was pretty amazing. Like he was.
I think that my brother took me to a show, and it was a house show at Rod Laver Arena.
And I went to them as well. Yeah.
We sat right up the back.
Yeah,
my brother would have been 18, so close to 22 years ago. What are we? 2025.
Who are the early days? They're still
2003.
It would have been in between.
In that.
It was like Cena and stuff.
I have such an early memory of it being 10 years old.
Yeah, right.
The only thing that I remember from that show was like I was allowed to buy like a fake WWE belt. It was like just
fantastic,
foam. Absolutely garbage. And the only other thing that I remember is like being up the back. Is that when Kane come out and the pyro come out. Like I was like, holy shit! Like it's hot from back.
Yeah. It's be hot there.
Yeah. So like we bought a package to all 3 shows. And we have the same seats. Every show that we're over in Perth at the RAC Arena, which is
coming
like
up
the Rod Laver Arena. Like, I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, no, it'd be so good. It's actually going to the show is weird. I'm not huge on it. Have you obviously been to them, like we just spoke, but I actually enjoy the TV
because they've got commentary to it.
Correct. Yeah, it's really eerie sitting there and just listening to the mat. Yeah. And the crowd I mean the best thing is, and I've always said this, the entrances are like what makes it.
Yeah.
The music, the entrances, the pop, all that. Yeah. And then the wrestling part of it is it's good. The big jumps are huge, but it's really eerie sitting there. So
I'm looking forward to it, but I know exactly what you're saying.
It's strange. It's a strange thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Current day wrestler, I honestly can't tell you. I like Cody. I think I like Roman. They're all good. I don't have one. I really don't.
Okay.
They're all entertaining.
Who's the most entertaining, do you think?
Right now? Oh, shit. I think the whole Seth thing's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
So we spoke about, and for those that have going to have absolutely no idea, we've written a lot of people off this and I don't care.
Okay.
We spoke about Seth as a work recently that they faked something and that they really blew it out of proportion.
Yep.
is
on.
the Karrion Cross situation.
I was on
is
Twitter
the Karrion
today.
Cross situation, is that also a work that they said they've released him, but they haven't actually released him and he's going to come back?
I think it is
Okay.
a work. My only thought is because they normally don't release them so quickly without some sort of keep quiet for a little while.
That
Most of the time, it's keep
those
quiet for a
recent
while.
releases with Truth were almost straight away after the Cena.
Do you think Truth was they released him and then just
Yeah.
You think that
I don't think that was a work
no they did that
because
back?
Carlito didn't come back.
No, but Carlito hasn't said anything since he left.
No, he did
has?
a post. Yeah, he did a post and
Yeah,
said
okay.
like I've been released, and people were like, "Where the fuck is Cherry?"
Yeah, but they didn't say it, like he hasn't done like podcasts. Like Kieran Cross is doing like full production videos.
Yeah,
I just find it like
yeah.
off, like in a way. Anyway,
That big video after, we're not going to harp on this too
No,
long, but
sorry.
like the big video that they did in regards to when it seemed like it was kayfabe.
yeah,
So it seemed like it was real after one of the main events. Was it WrestleMania where he
Yes.
was taking pot shots at like Logan Paul and stuff
yeah,
like that?
yeah.
There's videos of him on a podcast to say that was a total work. Like that wasn't me. That was me playing into the character.
Yeah, right.
And there was like a lot of reactions going like,
I don't know.
That surprised me.
Like I said, someone said that I don't think the cast know what's real or what's not anymore now.
That's good.
And that's the best thing about that doco, Unreal, on Netflix.
Have you even seen that online at all?
Oh, you got to see it. I've got mates that
you
I'm
would
trying to
you
get
would
mates.
like it.
It now gives you this perspective that you don't know actually what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I think you can't second guess everything. It's so wild.
So there's a lot of people that are now buying into like the way that Netflix have done it. Everything through wrestling has always been like hush hush. It's all a show for the front. And now they've had Netflix documentaries that run through like 6 months of the busiest period of the wrestling year, and like everything that was happening backstage, and how like they wrote the stories and everything like that. And it was a real BTS
That would
sort
be
of look.
fascinating.
It was like, and
Yeah, I mean,
a
how
lot
they
of
wrote the
people-
story is the thing. It's
A
like,
lot of people hated it, but the collaboration of different ideas of who come up with
I mean,
what.
but at this stage, like
It's less about
SmackDown
wrestling.
versus Raw and shit was a thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone knows now that it's scripted, but like, to see the behind the scenes and everything would be
It's really cool.
very fascinating.
it is
Highly recommend.
like how you said it's scripted, but it's like that doco says they pivot so much.
Yeah.
Like
That script moves often.
that,
Which
which
is-
is scripted to it can change and go, and they use like a diagram on the show. It's like it just keeps like the multiverse. It just keeps going.
Just keeps shifting.
If
Yeah.
we do this and this has to happen.
Yeah,
and this,
and they will
So then they have
adapt
to
as
change,
quick as
yeah.
they can. It's crazy.
which is cool. So finishing off our wrestling segment, and I appreciate anybody that still hung around.
Yeah.
through that.
Please don't leave. We love it.
Top 5 wrestlers blind rating. We're going to start from the top, and you're
Oh,
just
blind.
gonna-
Okay, one
you're
of
just
these
gonna you're
things.
just going to put them 1 to 5,
Right.
not knowing who is going next.
Gotcha. I know it's like the thing I see. Yep.
Hulk.
4. This is 5. Yeah, out of 5.
out of
Yeah, I'm
5,
going 4.
yeah. That's huge.
Wait.
I wasn't a huge Hogan guy
Yeah, and that's fair.
because it was WCW for so long.
He was
and
huge. Yeah.
yeah, my dad might be a Hogan guy. Like
My favorite Hogan is Hollywood Hogan when he
Of
turned
course.
into a bad guy.
I wasn't a WCW guy, which is why
I wasn't either, but like
Yeah.
that Hollywood Hogan was
And then-
next level.
it was great. And NWO, the concept of it is great. We're going on a tangent here, but 4.
I'm gonna swap these two over
Go.
because
You gotta
CM Punk.
3.
So they got 4 and 3. The Rock.
I'm going 1 on that because I've told you he's my favorite.
Cena. John Cena.
2.
What are we left with? 5.
Yeah.
I reckon you've left the worst one out.
Go on.
Stone Cold. Steve Austin.
Stone Cold probably swaps with. Yes, Stone Cold goes to 3 and they get shuffled down.
Really?
I'm still happy with 1 and 2.
You would put out of those 5, you'd have Punk at 5, and you'd
Punk
have
at
Stone
4,
Cold.
Hogan at 5.
Yeah,
I'd
okay.
push Hogan down and put Stone Cold at 3. I'm still happy with my 1 and 2. I think Cena's just been like awesome.
Yeah, just longevity of a
I just-
performing athlete to
Copped
be.
so much over
Like he's
so
still
long.
going.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
And
He's on
this
his,
is
he's
it.
on his
This
farewell
is it
tour.
now.
Yeah.
This is the next.
So that's
few-
why it was so important that I
Yeah.
went and seen him and coming out to Perth, is because it's part of John Cena's farewell tour. And I
I've seen
think
him
it's
as
like
well.
the 3rd last date that he's on.
Yeah, I've seen him as well at a Rod Laver show once. But yes.
I put Cena on the same level as, like, I have to see LeBron James before he finishes up. Now, I spent 12 months in the States 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And LeBron James tickets back then were insanely expensive.
Yeah.
And they're only getting worse now. The one that he plays for the Lakers, like they're just not cheap to come by.
So it's good. You're going to see Cena.
I'm going to see one of the greatest athletes performing.
You got to see your heroes. I'm really annoyed. I never saw good Man United players in Manchester. I saw them when they came out to Australia. Yeah, I never saw him in Manchester. I got to see Derek Jeter at Yankee Stadium in his final year.
Yeah, that's nice.
Final year, Derek Jeter.
I've seen Judge in his first year. And
see,
that was,
I haven't seen Judge.
I had a
I'm a big Judge guy.
I had a Judge T-shirt for a long time, and the problem with T-shirts with the fast fashion is they get holes in them, and then they're no longer.
There's a T-shirt I got.
Jersey,
a lot of people got, and the neck on it's just given out. It's terrible. Anyway, that's the problem with those fan T-shirts. Being
a huge football supporter, do you have a favorite footballer of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah, AFL.
I don't want to offend anyone here, but in AFL, I think Tom Hawkins is probably my all-time favorite.
You know what? I'm actually going to edit out you saying I don't want to offend anybody here. So that's the first time that anyone's going to hear that. If Tom Hawkins isn't one of your favorite footballers of all time as a Geelong supporter, there's something wrong with you.
No, obviously I've grown up around footy and a lot of the players.
Yeah.
Through mum's business and dad's business, and I've met a lot of them over different generations. But yeah, Hawk's always been like, when he started, I've always sort of backed Hawk and I always liked him. Yeah. So
do you have a favorite game that you've been to?
Favorite game? The grand finals, obviously.
Which one?
I think 07 was important. It was good. Yeah, I went.
Yeah, right.
With my grandpa and my grandma and my uncle. So that was great. My grandpa's like, he just stresses at any game that's close and turns off the TV, goes to his room, that kind of guy. Yeah?
I went to 2022 and I had to the
regret
point
was
of
not going to 22.
But at the point of 2022, it was it still is the greatest day of my life. And I had things that happened in between and like after those events that had happened, and I still sat there and go, geez, the 2022 grand final probably top this. Like I've had a good day, but this...
No, that's like I said, that was one
top shelf.
Yeah, the grand finals are good.
Just sitting there being relaxed, knowing that your team,
very lucky.
I reckon I went to 15 games that year in 2022.
Yeah,
and I'd been going to the football with a group of friends for 10 years.
Yep.
And like from 2012, after they won the 2011 flag, there was a group of us that went every week.
Yep.
So that 22 was like the 10-year anniversary of us going to football.
That's so good.
And we all sat together at the grand final, and like, there was never a more relaxing day at the footy.
Oh,
like
it's
the first
great.
quarter was like the first 15 minutes was like
even to half time you're kind of like okay, but then
you're still like 6 goals up.
Out.
Yeah. And then like the first three, when they kicked the first 3 goals up half time, I remember I sat down and I just looked back.
Yeah.
And around the MCG.
You take it in.
And I took it in.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking playing.
No.
Like I was just a very passionate supporter sitting back. And it was just
you can't go wrong with the
best feeling. And then after the game, I had cousins. My brother was there with his wife. I had all my really, really good friends there.
Yep.
It was such a fucking great day. And then I partied like I won it myself.
I foolishly had to move house that weekend.
Oh no!
I missed out on all the fun. And I could have had a lot of fun, and I've missed out on it. But hopefully this year they can get there.
I'm sure you would have been.
My other one was actually this year when the Cats played Hawks on Easter Monday.
Yeah, Easter Monday's always a
I took Miles and my dad, so that was a really really good day. And we went in the rooms after and all that.
Yeah, and
it was just like Miles was actually Miles was on TV running around. You could see him in the room. Everyone's texting saying Miles is on Fox Footy. He's fizzing around in the back there. So like that was a really special day. Yeah. So like that one, and obviously the 07. And look, I've gone on. You know I go to all the games. You go as many as I go to. Very lucky, and they're all good. All the wins are good.
We're going to do one more blind rating before we wrap up.
We're right.
Top 5 footballers in any order.
Go.
We're going to start at the other end.
Go on.
Franklin.
In top 5?
Yep.
2.
Chris Judd.
5.
Polly Farmer.
4.
The Duck.
3. Who's 1?
Ablett Jr.
Yeah, fine. That works out so good. So good. Franklin is very good,
Yeah.
I think. And like I said,
Did Geelong give him that 1,000? I can't even say that word.
thousands.
The
goal.
1,000.
I don't know, but that's like, obviously, like I said, the players come through here and the ones I've spoken to be like, even though they lost that game, the Cats,
They were happy to be part of that.
that's
game.
like, it's a pretty crazy game to be part
Yeah.
of because that's not going to, it's very unlikely going to happen. Very unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for them to be part of it was pretty crazy.
And
He was very good, man.
I want a lasting one. Does Jezza kick 100 this year at some stage?
I don't know. And I'm not going to answer that because I don't want the pressure, but I think they should just.
We're going to cut that and we're
Yeah.
going to go again. Yes or no, does Jezza get to 100 this year?
With finals?
Yep.
Yes.
I love the positivity. I love it. I don't
With
think
finals.
he does after the Essendon game. I would love it because I'll be one of the
What's
people
there,
running
20
on.
to go?
Yeah, pretty
20 goals to go with
Yeah,
4 games.
yeah. Very unlikely.
Depends on the finals.
If the only time that he does it is if he wins them the final series. He's the Gary. He gets a Gary S medal if he
Yeah.
if
Look,
he kicks 100.
It's a great goal haul. I still
Yeah.
think it's quite close to there.
Yeah.
Depends on. I think it
Oh, mate,
depends on
it's
if you can kick it
magnificent.
back against Sydney. That's the one we're not sure on.
Pretty good against Brisbane the other day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, Matty,
Yes.
it is quite late at night now.
Yep.
We're in the store. Thank you so much for having me,
No
and
worries.
Benny. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I really enjoyed being here, my first podcast. So
You were a natural. I reckon you're almost ready to do your own now.
No,
You're moving up
you
to
can ask the
Saturday
questions. I
series.
don't know about hosting, but you're doing a really good job hosting.
The Saturday series is worth watching for anybody that
Just a short
that
reel,
needs to
yep.
follow the Good Things Concept Store online. Please follow.
Yes.
Matt has some great content on there. Post all of his extraordinary clothes that he has in
Thank
store.
you.
If you have somehow still made it this far and made it through the sports content that we've had,
And the wrestling.
we
Yeah.
appreciate it. Please like, subscribe on YouTube. We know that this one's going to be out a couple of days before any other platform. So we appreciate you being here. And a 5-star rating is always appreciated. So thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you next time.